Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Ayush, an AI engineer at 10x13. So, how are you all? Just give me a quick heads up by sending the thumbs up, right, guys? So I will know like you are here and present here, and you are ready for this session as well, like I am. Okay, okay, I get it. Okay, so let's start with the session itself. But first, let's start with a quick question for you. Like, have you ever tried to cancel a subscription? Like a subscription ever, and it took you almost around 20 minutes or so. Like, ever tried a subscription to cancel and it almost took you 20 minutes, or multiple screen and maybe a phone call? So if this happened to you, then type yes or no in the chat. Like, again, like, ever tried to cancel a subscription and it took you around 20 minutes, multiple screens and maybe a phone call? Type yes or no. Okay, Rasmi says yes. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, again, have you ever bought something online and gotten to the final screen and suddenly the price was $15 higher because of service fees or processing fees, and that were not shown earlier? Like, if this happens to you again, then type yes or no. Like, this condition, like I again repeat it. If you brought something online and gotten to the final screen and suddenly the price was gotten higher around $15 because of the service fees or processing fees, and that is not showing earlier, but now it is showing $15 high. So if it is happened to you, then type yes or no in the chat. Yes, cancel subscription but never took more than 2 minutes. Okay, okay. Ever got this condition, like, for when you brought something online and the price goes higher when you in the final screen? Just type yes or no. Yes. Okay. So, okay, before that, yes. Okay, okay, so one more question and then we will start. uh you ever seen like only two left in stock, or on a product you were looking at, and later found out they had thousands in their warehouse? Like, they are showing only two left in their stocks but thousands available in their warehouse. Like, type yes or no if you ever seen this. Okay, yes, again, yes. So, okay, so all of these have a name. Like, they are called dark patterns. Like, and they are not accidents. First of all, okay, company hires UX researcher for these things. Like, they run experiments, they A/B test, they measure exactly how much extra money they can extract by moving a button, pre-checking a box, or adding the right guilt trip language to a cancellation page. So in here, like, apps are not tricking you specially, they are tricking everyone. So systematically, on purpose, and most people do not even know it is happening there. So today we expose them. Like, around we have 12,000 user sessions and 10 apps and 14 different manipulation techniques of these things. And we find every trick, measure every dollar stolen, and build a cheat sheet you will never forget. So again, what percentage of apps do you think use dark pattern, these type of dark patterns? Type a guess, only a guess. Type a guess. The like, in reality, studies show over 95% of shopping websites use at least one dark pattern, and that is not a typo. 95%. So, but I say in shopping website. So, tell me your percentage. What do you think about this? Like, how many percentage do you think the apps use dark patterns in their apps or websites? How much percentage do you think? Type it in the chat. I will read it. Okay, Partha says marketing tactics before one. Almost all big ones. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Understood. So, So in every Okay, Rasmi says more than 75%. Okay, so in your opinion, like more than 75% apps use dark patterns. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Like every previous session was about analyzing data for business benefits, like finding out drives profit and what predicts returns, what catches fraud and business perspective. But today we flip sides. Like how? Like today we are on the user side, not from the business side. We are the consumer protection agency. We are the one exposing what businesses do not want you to see, right? So that is why this is unique. But like nobody teaches dark pattern detection with real data, and design blogs talks about them, and academic papers study them, but nobody puts dollar sign on them at scale. And today we are going to do. And here's the uncomfortable part as well. Like once you can name these 14 patterns, you will see them everywhere, like in every app or website that you can see, in every app you use, in every checkout you go through, in every subscription you try to cancel. You can never unsee it. So are you ready for that? Like type yes in the chat if you are ready for this thing, like dark patterns detection. I think you know about this and you go through with this as well, but now you will know what are these patterns and audits as well. Okay, so let me show you what I built first. Here is the Claude.md file first. That is going to be interesting again. Okay, so first the role. Again, the role. The role is the main thing as well. Like I taught Claude, you are a UX ethics researcher and manipulation auditor, not just a data analyst, right? An ethics researcher. That words matters here. It tells Claude to judge, not just count, but to judge. Can we see the screen? I think I'm sharing the screen. Just confirm me if the screen is visible. Yes. So the okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, okay, no worries. Okay. So as you know, the heading says like you are a UX ethics researcher and manipulation auditor, right? But here comes in the setup the 14 dark patterns track. Like the first one, like I predefined the 14 patterns we are hunting here. Like, so let me walk you through with these 14 patterns. The first one is the hidden fees. And when I walk through with these 14 patterns, you will know as you will go ahead in in these 14 session in your life as well. I mean, when you try to run with your app and try to do something, leads checkouts or subscription, so you know where you find these dark patterns as well, right? So the first one is the hidden fees. So like fees added later in checkout, shipping, services, processing, convenience. The price jumped by $15 to at the last step. So you already put in your card, you just click pay. So that's called the hidden fees. That comes in the hidden fees. Then comes the fake urgency, like only two left in stocks, only five left in stocks, and then suddenly when those two left, then again the thousands are in the warehouse. So that is fake urgency. Then comes the pre-check boxes. Like you get to check box, like checkout, there is already a box checked for add travel insurance or donate to charity or sign up for newsletter. So you have to actively uncheck it, right? That is pre-check boxes. Then comes the confirm shaming. Like when you try to decline something, the no button says no thanks. I hate saving money, or no, I do not want to be successful. So designed to guilt you into clicking yes. So those are confirm shaming. Then comes the sneaked into basket. Like when you items you never edit suddenly appear in your cart. An extended warranty, a subscription, something like this. So it's called like sneaked into basket. Then comes the hard to cancel. Like easy to sign up in one click, right? Impossible to cancel after five screen as well, like confirmation calls, phone only cancellation. This one is illegal in California now for good reasons. So those things. So the sixth one is the hard to cancel. Then seventh one is the false social proof. And here it is like around 327 people are viewing this right now, and usually fake. Or Sarah from Mumbai just bought this 2 minutes ago, also fake. So these things like false social proof by any random person. So these are the social proof, like you can say they are put in the reviews as well, right? Then comes the forced continuity, like free trial auto convert to paid. Like in this, like you are in the free trial, but that auto converts to paid means they ask for your card upfront and you forget and they charge you. So that's his forced continuity. Then comes the Roach motel, like easy to sign up, impossible to delete your account. Again, easy to sign up, but impossible to delete your account. Like some apps make you email support, some hide the delete button behind 8 menus or 10 menus. So it is impossible to delete your account. So that comes in the Roach model. Then comes the misdirection. Like the accept all button is big and colorful, right? The reject button is gray and small. So your eyes go to the wrong button every time. So that is misdirection. Then comes the price comparison blocking. Like prices change based on when you search, what devices you use. If you have visited before, like designed to prevent easy comparison. So price comparison blocking. Then comes the trick questions, like you can say ads that looks like real content. They are showing ads but that looks like real content, like product reviews that are actually paid, like sponsored, hidden in tiny text. So these are the disguised ads as well. So okay, the tricky question, sorry. So in the tricky questions, it is like uncheck this box if you do not want to not receive these emails. So that's kind of situation. If you uncheck this box, then you do not receive any emails from our side. So that's his tricky questions. Like it is double negative, confusing, opt-in, opt-out language. So those things. Then comes the bait and switch. Like advertised price is $29, but actual checkout price is around $47 because of mandatory ads on you cannot remove. So that's the thing. Like in advertisement, you are seeing only $20 to $30, but in checkout, the price goes higher to $50. Right. Okay, so these are the 14 patterns. You go ahead and then read it out one more time. You have the zip, unzip that file, and then read it out again so you understand these 14 dark patterns better, more. Okay, then comes the audit, the 10 audits. According to these audits, our Claude code will understand this concept and move ahead with the output that is going to create. Okay, so the first one is the manipulation scoreboard. So it will rank every app by how manipulative it is. So the first one, the first audit is this. The second audit is pattern breakdown, like how common is each pattern. So for that, it will break down those patterns from 1 to 14, all of those patterns. Okay. Okay. Then comes the third pattern, third audit, money stolen, like exactly dollars extracted by each pattern. How much dollar is extracted by each pattern. Okay, so that's in comes the money stolen. Then fourth one is the time stolen. Like dark patterns don't just steal money, they steal your time as well. So for that, it will tell you, this audit tell you how much time it steal from us. Then comes the cancellation trap, means how many users give up on cancellation, especially subscription apps, because of many screens, because of the headache to cancel that subscription. Then comes the vulnerability map, means like which age group fall for which pattern, because there are so many patterns. So which age group fall for which patterns. So low tech savvy users versus high in here. Then comes the frustrations, like frustration curve, means like at what point do user abandon the app, in what point the user abandon the app. So this is the frustration point. Then comes the ethics versus revenue in there, like ethics comparison. So in which, like at what point do use not in the abandon the user is the frustration one, but in the ethics one, it's like, do ethical apps actually lose money? Like, well, if I have to tell you, like they don't. Exactly, like they don't. For ethical apps, they actually use money, but they don't, right? So in here, like for the ethical comparison, according to the revenue as well. So revenue per session comparison, frustration score comparison, would return rate comparison, time spent comparison. So everything, every comparison, it comes in ethics comparison. Okay. Then comes the five worst offenders report. Like it will be the deep down on top five most manipulative app. This will be the deep down of the most top five manipulative app. And then the last one is the recommendation that we done in every analysis, like for user, how to spot manipulation; for businesses, how to drive revenue without these tricks. Like for businesses, how they increase their revenue without these dark patterns. And for users, how to spot these manipulative apps or these dark patterns. Okay, so as the recommendation, we get the be aware, trust, and watch out for. So top five dark pattern to recognize. Okay, so I think you understand all of those things, not at the most, but at 10 to 20 or maybe 30% is what I need from you guys as well. So as you know, like these are the 10 audits and these are the 14 patterns. And some of you might think there are more than 14 dark patterns as well. Yes, of course there are. And you can like find it through Google as well. And if you have some patterns in here like in your mind, you can put it here like the 15th point or the 16th point, as many as you want to put here, because these are the patterns. So according to those patterns, it will check. But okay, I will tell you afterwards. Okay, so these are the 10 audits as well, and these are the same as output files, like first HTML and then some of the images. Okay, and then we have the MD file for the full audit report. And then comes the system architecture, and these are the rules as same as before. So there is no change after that. So let me go ahead and let me tell you the data. Okay. So I think around 12,000 sessions are here and 10 apps. And this data set will not easily be found throughout the, let's say, Google or in browser, but I created it through using AI as well to get understanding how these dark patterns you can easily find. If you have this kind of data set, how you can easily find or like create these types of things. Okay, because Claude will not personally go to your app and found these patterns. You have to give some kinds of instructions or things or how much patterns it has. So after that, you get the insight. Okay. So these are around 12,000 sessions. And if you see, app name is there, app category is there, like travel, food delivery, travels, and social media, productive, news media, productive, and food delivery, e-commerce. And these are the devices, these are the user age, user tech, savvy, okay, medium, low, intended action like book cheapest option, buy one item, order dinner, and try free trial. So those things. And then total pattern inside, hidden fee. So these are the 14 patterns. So uh, on these apps, how much dark patterns they have are here, but we are not going to see each and every like this, like okay, this is the app name, how much pattern it has, so this is the header. So we need Claude for it, for this kind of purpose, right? Then comes here the time spent, intended spend USD, and actual and extra charges, and action outcome like completed booking, notice hidden fees, so abandon that process. So those things. And here comes the completed intended action, frustration score, and would use again the app or not. Yeah, hiding unsubscribe button as well, like Rashmi says. Like some of the apps also hide this unsubscribe button, but afterwards they put it back, but then user don't know it is back or not sometimes, right? Okay, then let me move ahead with the terminal and then proceed with the Claude. Okay, it's taking time. Okay, then I say run it. Easy. Okay, so when it is processing, I have some real stories for you, so you will love it. Like for these dark patterns, I think you don't know about this, but I have to share with you with these things because I found it so interesting. So that's why I want to share with it. Like you all know about LinkedIn, right? So LinkedIn got sued in 2015 for $13 million. over dark patterns, over these dark patterns. Like they used confirm shaming and trick questions to get user to import their contacts without realizing they were sending invitation to everyone. So they got sued for $13 million over these dark patterns, right? And you think these dark patterns are nothing, right? Then comes the one more interesting story, like Amazon Prime cancellation. In Amazon Prime cancellation flow had around six screen in cancellation flow. Internally, they called it, I think, Iliad. If I pronunciation wrong, I think it is Iliad, like the 10 years journey home from the Trojan War. So it's called like this. So the FTC, like Federal Trade Commission, sued them in 2023 for around 2.5 billion for making it impossible to cancel that subscription. Like 2.5 billion, like because there is six screen for prime cancellation, so they have to they sued them 2.5 billion, like not million, not a thousand, but billions, right? And one more thing, like TurboTax, there is one more company like TurboTax was fined around 141 millions for hiding the free filing option and pushing user into paid plans using dark patterns. Like the forms are free but they use paid ones. Because of these, they shoot around 141 million. And one more interesting, I think that you know about it, like epic games, like Fortnite. As I think you know about Fortnite as well. Like there are so many videos in YouTube as well for Fortnite. So epic games that developed at Fortnite paid around 245 million for dark patterns and 275 million for privacy violation to the FTC for using these dark patterns to trick kids into making purchases and charging users for unwanted in-game items. So you see, like Fortnite, Epic Games also like give sued around 500 plus $1 million because of these dark patterns they use. They want to hide from us, and they get sued around millions or billions even, right? So this is not small. It is billions of dollars being transferred from user to companies every year through these manipulation, through these small tactics. Like they are so small, like this, they hide the unsubscribe button. They put 6 to 7 screen to cancel that subscription. Like you think like, okay, these are only the screen, we do not get the unsubscribe button, but no, they get millions of dollars because of these things, because you are not the one. There are so many people throughout the world, like billions of people, right? So that's why if 1 billion person does not subscribe the does not cancel the subscription, then how much they get revenue in, right? So that's why. So these are the things. So these are the dark pattern detectors, and these are the real cases that I shared with you. So let me ask you, like, if you had to guess which app you use the most, probably has the most dark pattern. Like think about it. Like the most used app by you has the most dark pattern. Like from these patterns that I shared with you, which one do you think which have the most dark patterns? Type the app name in the chat if you think, like the app name, or if you think that app might have, then put the name. That's all. Okay, I think it is completed as well. Okay. Google. The name is interesting. Okay. Coursera. Okay, for the Coursera. I didn't see it like for dark patterns for Coursera. Yeah, I think you can say that Coursera as well. hmm Dropbox, Cursive. Okay, but Google, Mushina Google is interesting. Like suggestion, this is suggestion is so interesting. Google. Okay. So as you see here, the analysis is done as well, right? So let me open the dashboard. The dashboard. Okay. So okay, okay, I understand max limit. Okay. Okay, so here comes the dark pattern detector. So you see so many red things, right? Okay. So these are the top layer and hero sections. Like session audited around 12,000 sessions across 10 apps, right? So money extracted around 300,000, let's say, and average pattern is per session is 3.6. Like they use dark patterns around out of 14 per session, 3.6 dark patterns. So this is the average. And worst offender is mega shop e-commerce. And cleanest is clean shop ethical. The score is 92, the score is 19 out of 100. Okay. So here comes the app manipulation scorecard. This is the scorecard only, like from the 100, according to the audit, according to the data and dark patterns that we have, Claude gives the ranking here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the ranking. So we move ahead, we see the ranking here. Clean shop ethicals have the 19. Okay, but we need this one. Okay, the 14 pattern sessions here, like forced continuity, around 37%, pre-check boxes 34%. So the first one at the top of 14 patterns is the forced continuity, like forcefully continue to move ahead. Okay, and the least one is the price comparison blocking and bait and switch and sneaked into basket. Sneak into basket, I see it less, right? Yeah, but sometimes I see it as well. In my basket, I have like tempered or phone cover, these kinds of things. Then comes the money stolen. Okay, so here is okay pre-check boxes. So this one pre-check boxes at the top. Okay, so are not able to see the price correctly. Okay, there is some issue with the UI. Can I make it small? No. Okay. Okay, we have to like tell Claude I am not able to see this price properly, then it will able to make it right. But no worries, it is good as well. Like around 42,000 for pre-check boxes, hidden fees around 41,000, fake urgency is around 31,000, money stolen from guys like according to the data, and these are only 12,000 session, and there are around lakhs or millions of sessions that is happening right now as well, right? Then confirm streaming, hard to cancel. Disguised ads are less one because we can like find it so casually here, like 7,800 still stolen from it from disguised ads. Okay, okay. Then comes the time tax, like 436 extra hour wasted across data set, like average session time in minutes, like 7.3, 7.6, 8, 12, zero pattern. What time is this? Like users in manipulative sessions spend 4.8 extra minute per session. Okay, so every users like spend 4.8 extra minutes per session of their mobile phone of their particular app. So this is the average that it find 4.8 extra minute per session. So it will be 436 hours total according to the data set. Okay. Then comes the cancellation track. Like for techie person, cancellation is 44%, but 56% trap. Okay, for tech low, for tech medium, 62%, 38% trap. And for tech high, 86% cancelled and 14% are trapped. Only 64% of users successfully complete cancellation overall. Means around above 30%, let's say, are trapped in the cancellation. Okay, yeah, trapped in the cancellation that are not able to cancel their subscription. So they are trapped in the cancellation trap. Okay, then here comes the heat map of vulnerability map. So tech low, medium, high for these age and for devices, you get the patterns here. And the biggest one is the forced continuity. So who falls for which dark pattern? So almost everyone falls for forced continuity, as you can see. Right, yes, 0.9 above, but less persons fall for bait and switch. And still hidden fees, you can say hidden fees is also at the top, like 0.7, 0.6 is still high, right, for particular session. Okay. Okay, tech high, tech low. I think it is its shares from here. Okay. Sorry guys, I have some internet issues suddenly. That's why. Can you see my screen, guys? Just confirm me. Uh, okay, thank you. Just because of some internet problem. Sorry about it. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, here comes the heat map. Yeah, okay. Okay, as you can see, yeah, the question is like for tech low, tech medium, tech high, like for techie person, like those know about the technology, like for the apps, for particular app. So that's the thing. For tech low person, for those heat map is this for particular hidden fees, fake urgencies. So how much they get fall into that trap. So for that, for medium person is this, for high person is this, and it is already written in here in the user tech savvy here. Like for this is medium for this kind of app newsletter, tech person is medium, and for travel deal, the age above the tech is low. So those kinds of things, right? Okay, then comes in the heat map is, as you can see, still hidden fees, fake urgency, checked, pre-check boxes is still at the higher rate, like 0. Above 0.5 still is high, but below 0.5 is still at the average, you can say as an average, but above 0.5 still not average, like it is still getting, like companies getting money from it, like so much because it is above 0.5, right? But I can see like for price comparison blocking and bait and switch, they get the least average pattern in instance for per session, right? As you can see, they are in the white color. But as you can see, the dark one is this one, the red one, like forced continuity. Okay. Then comes here like frustration abandonment. Okay. So for dark patterns, now you can see dark patterns for 1.25. Okay. Would return 100% completion. In what way? Uh, it is not explained properly. This is the frustration level, if I say, for completion. but would return. Okay, for app to would return. Okay, but it is 100%, 50%. But for which? There is no name for it. So okay, move ahead. We do not have to see this one if it is not properly here. Then comes the ethics versus revenue. Okay, then here the metrics for revenue session, clean apps, this get, and worst app, this much get. Frustration score is 1.99 for clean apps and worst apps 5, right? For frustration score. Good return rate is 97% for clean apps, and for worst app it is 60%. And I think it is still high. For worst app, 61% is still high, good return rate. For particular time per session, it is 7.9 minutes for clean apps and 10 minutes for worst apps. So clean apps on 71.71 cent, okay, $71 round per session with 97% of return rate. And manipulation does not drive durable revenue, but they get one-time revenue so high because of these worst app, or you can say not worst app, but these dark patterns, right? Then comes the app scoreboard details. So for these apps, you get the score of, from around 100. So it is from descending order, as you can see, from 92, 86, 84. So these are the average patterns for particular app. 4.8, like around 4 to 5 dark patterns is in this particular app. Around 5 patterns is in particular app. Around 3 to 4 dark patterns is in this particular app. So extra dollar per session, they get this much for per user, right? And frustration level is this much for per user for per session, as you can see, and return rate is this much for user to get back to this app or not. So 61% is high, but as you can see, 99% for which one? Okay, clean shop ethical. Okay, so average rate and score is still low, so that's why it is 99%. So if you get the frustration level below one, not below one, but around 1 or 2, then still the return rate is still high, and that is acceptable, right? But if the frustration is 5, 6, 7, or maybe 10, then the return rate like increases, not increases, but decreases, like to 20%, 30%, maybe zero sometimes, right? Okay. Then comes the dark pattern recognition guide. So these are the ones like force continuity free trial auto convert to pay, and it's seen 37%. So $18 plus. Pre-checkbox, pre-selected ads on insurance donations. So seen 34% times. So and for all of those, like for hidden fees, for fake urgency, for tricky questions, confirm shaming, motel, hard to cancel, sneaked into basket, false social proof, disguise ad, misdirection, bait and switch, and price comparison blocking. So for those, it is putting the seen percentage here, like how much time it is seen in the apps. So 37%, 30% is the average. For those, it is 13% or 20%, right? So the final verdict. So here comes the final verdict. And what is the verdict? Like, be aware of mega shop e-commerce, most manipulative app. Like it have most dark patterns, you can say. The trust one is the clean shop ethical, like the cleanest app, and watch for forced continuity dark pattern. That's the most common dark pattern. Like scale to 1 million users, dark pattern would extract around, okay, around 23 million per comparable period if the users goes beyond 1 million. The most expensive pattern is pre-check boxes, and it is usually invisible until it is on your statement. Like the check boxes that is already ticked for newsletters, subscribe for newsletters already ticked, those kinds of check boxes, right? And if you see the revenue here, like if that app gets 1 million users, then according to the dark patterns, they will extract around, let's say, we take 20 million, right? But still 20 million is still high, right? Okay. So as you see, these are the dark patterns, and you see them everywhere in like daily apps, right? But now you know how they like how they get money from it, or how they fool peoples according to that, like, or trap peoples, right? So this is the app manipulation scorecard, 14 patterns as well, time tags, and many more things. And some of the things are I still don't understand what this is. Like for dark patterns, they didn't provide a name. The Claude didn't provide a name, but I see the frustration level is here, completion level is here, and return rate is here. But the app name, sorry, the first dark patterns name is not here. Like according to the number, I cannot able to find it which one it is. Okay, then now, if you run any app like a website or an online business, I bet you are using at least two dark patterns without realizing it. And you should use, but in a like in a good way, right? So bring your flows to the community and we will audit them together as well. Find the manipulation, replace it with the ethical design, and keep your revenue link in chat. Link everything is in the chat for community and for Trustpilot as well. So let me give you something you can use every single day. So for that, I have a prompt here. I should write it first, right? There is like create a visual reference of all 14 dark patterns with names, descriptions, and examples. Make it uh, shareable. Okay. So while it is executing, like this is the takeaway chart for this. Like you can save it, share it. Next time you are checking out on any app, open it up and count how many patterns you spot in that particular app. So, and here's the power of naming things. Like psychologists know this, like once you have a name for something, you can see it anywhere. Until today, you have a vague feeling that apps were manipulating you. Now you will have 14 specific names or even more, as you move ahead with these dark patterns and you find more. So when you see a countdown timer on an e-commerce site, it's called fake urgency. When shipping appears at the last screen, hidden fees, when the no button says something guilty, trippy, confirm shaming, and you will recognize them instantly. So this is the 14 dark patterns. I think it is not in a good way. Okay, still not in a good way. Seen in 13 plus. Okay. You can take the screenshot if you want to. I think after taking the screenshot, you should able to see it clearly. Okay, I will wait it here for couple of seconds. You should take a screenshot to share it with your family, especially older relatives who are more vulnerable to these tricks. So this might be the most practically useful thing from this entire masterclass for to get these 14 dark patterns. So what do you think? Which pattern will you look out for the most from your from now on? From now on, which patterns will you look out for the most from now on when you see those 14 patterns? So which one do you think? Which one do you think? Yeah, like in any app where you use in any app, when you open that app, you can easily find those dark patterns because these dark patterns are not that like you cannot able to see those. But if you run that app and then you can see any timer is running or two in the stocks and subscription is not there and I am not able to delete my account. So these are the dark patterns. Yeah, the one to make it hard to cancel the subscription as well is also the dark pattern. The timer, the stocks, like two left in stocks, or the button like the check buttons, or you cannot able to see the unsubscribe, or you do not able to see the delete option of your profile, or anything like those things. So it is called dark patterns. They are come in the form of the dark patterns that is provided in the apps to make revenue from it, because if you are not able to unsubscribe those things then they get the revenue, the business get the revenue. Yeah, fake urgency, hidden fees. Yeah, hidden fees as well, like from the ads as well, like they show you ads like it is around $20, but when you click on ad it becomes $40 to $50, right? Fake urgency as well, like like two in the stocks, five left in the stock, so those things as well. And sometimes unexpected things comes in your checkout, like I get sometimes uh, phone covers, right? So those things, social proof, yeah, of course. So now 26 days in and only two more days to go, and then we will complete this 28 days masterclass. So today might be the most personally useful session of the whole masterclass. If you have learned things that change how you think and how you shop, Trustpilot link is in the chat as well. 2 minutes to review it, and then you can put anything that you want. Like, okay, so let me bring it full circle now. Okay, first I read this message. It is long. Yeah, you are right. You are right about it. Like, yes. So because the company knows about these tickets and those things, so the company knows, so they will make it higher or lower. Yeah, that's a good question as well. Like, and this is the proof of dark patterns as well. Like I say, like these 14s are not the only dark patterns. There are more because there are so many minds in the world. So there are so many dark patterns in the world, right? Okay, so let me bring it full circles what we did today. So every app you use is competing for your money and your time, right? Some do it through good products and some do it through manipulation, like these dark patterns. And today we learn to tell the difference, right? So 14 patterns, you know them all now. Hidden fees, fake urgency, pre-check boxes, confirm shaming, sneaked into basket, hard to cancel, false social proof, forced continuity, and Roach motel and misdirection and price comparison blocking, trick questions, disguise ads, and bait and switch. So these are the 14 patterns, and you will never look at an app the same way again by these 14 patterns, right? And that is both good and bad as well. Good because you will stop losing money to these kinds of tricks, and bad because you will get mad every time you see them, right? So now 26 days in and three more to go, and you have learned to analyze data, predict outcomes, catch frauds, and audit quality, and now expose manipulation as well. And these are skills, real skills now. So now tell me one thing. What is the one dark pattern that hit you the hardest today? I think forced continuity, right? I think, right. Tell me which one is that dark pattern like hit you the hardest today? Difficult to cancel. Yeah, I agree with this one so much. That was okay. And also taking out money after cancellation. Yes, of course. Sneaking into basket, yes, I it happens to me as well. For the basket one, like sneaking into a basket. Okay, so next time you are on an any app and something feels off, like just pause for a second or two, check the 14 patterns, and you will probably spot one. And that one spot might save you $50 or 30 minutes of your life, or stop you from signing up for something you didn't want, and afterwards you didn't able to cancel it as well or delete that account as well. So that's the most thing as well. Roach motel. LinkedIn is the worst. LinkedIn sued it for like I said it like around $141 million, right, in 2015, because of these dark patterns. LinkedIn have to give $141, right, millions dollars, right? Okay, okay. Any more questions from you from your side? Uh, because that's all for me as well for today. So we should bind it up. Okay, one thing most. Okay, you get not recognized here, but the main thing, where did you running this command? You should run this command in PowerShell, but run as an administrator. No, not in command prompt. First search PowerShell in your search bar here, like you can say this search bar, and here type PowerShell like this. So okay, I will write PowerShell. When you get PowerShell, click here, run as administrator. When you click here, then it opens a terminal. In that terminal, paste that line and then write Y, like Y for confirmation, yes, and then enter, and then close that terminal. That's all. When you close that terminal, now you are able to run Claude when you do that. Okay, the zip file is here. Okay, that's the red part. Zombie charges. Okay, the worst. Yearly subscription Dropbox took money after I unsubscribed it. Well, I don't know about this for the Dropbox. I know Dropbox, but I didn't take a subscription of it. So, okay, for yearly subscription, Dropbox took money after I unsubscribed it a year before. Okay, it took money from you after the unsubscribe. Okay, okay, yeah, Mushina. But I had no money in that account. Okay, you are so clever. Yes, Dropbox tried, but I did. Okay. This is called zombie charges. Okay, now you get one more thing like zombie charges. This is another dark pattern, right? Like 15th dark pattern, you can say. It helps to dispute the charge. Okay, yes. So I think like you really love this session as well. Like these dark patterns is interesting as well. So I think yeah, that's all for me as well. I think now Claude will work for you machine as well. Try it yourself. If not, then tell me next day, right? Okay. So have a nice day to you all, guys. Everything is in the chat. See you in the next session. Take care till then. Bye bye. Thank you for joining as well. Most welcome, guys.